welcome to Bowmanville, Ontario here. Our second international race and our second race in Canada, this time at a different racetrack. This will be a 40 lap race. Stage 1 will end on 10. Stage 2 will end on 30. Stage 3 will, Stage 2 will end on 20. Stage 3 will end on 40. Do not go 81 miles per hour. There's still a few spots left for grabs here. If y'all want single or double, let me know, but it seems like they want single file, so that's all good. Are we ready? Alright, I don't see any NRs. Remember, it's the restart thing at the top. I believe we're ready. I don't think I have anything else to do here. Here we go. Green flags out. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, you are hosting an ASRS race. Oh, hold on, it's a wall side. Coalfield pretty much did. You want to be careful because that corner, I mean, those tire barriers are no joke. I don't think the setup's insanely hard. I mean, maybe the first two corners are the only hardest ones in my opinion. The rest of the track's pretty easy to read. You guys just did not get practice, it seems. Except for, like, Tristan. Yo. Brandon Wag. This is a big lead already, but I wouldn't say he's got this in the bag. It's a lap 1, and there could easily be cautions. It's a 6-person race. A big wreck could easily bring a caution out. But since it's the first lap, it doesn't really matter. And Sean is, I think, going to start and park here. Yes, he is. I'll be Sean's day. Just trying to get points to make sure he stays in the chase. I think Brandon, I mean, it's early in the race, but they should try to catch up to Tristan maybe. They want a shot, but let's see what Brandon's game plan is heading into the year. Now it's a 5-person race, but Wyatt might join in here in a little bit. Still room for anybody to join, really. There's 4 spots, but they want to join, that's their decision. So pretty much, unless Wyatt joins within these first 10 laps, all of you guys are guaranteed stage points. As Wyatt can't get the lead lap provisional if he comes at like lap 11. Oh no, they hit that wall and they lost all the time of the game, pretty much. Nick just needs to get stage points at both stages, because if Wyatt's here, then I mean, we'll see, but Nick's just got to bring the car home and pretty much one piece. I mean, 5-person race, obviously, but still. Turn 1's been some of these guys' Achilles heel. They hit that little wall right there, and it was pretty much most of the time that they were gaining. So only 5 people here. Easy point stay for some of these guys who need it. Yeah, Holden lost 4 seconds now. He's just got to get down turn 1. I'd say he's has a shot. Brandon once again struggles in turn 1. Let's see if Holden can gain within a reasonable amount of time here. I imagine, I mean, he's a little bit better than Tristan Fluenzero is, in my opinion. I feel like he could gain by the end of the stage. He's gained a good amount here. Brandon, not too far back from Holden, maybe about a second or two. But really, the draft isn't too big here, so let's see. Looks like Holden gained a good amount of time there that lap. I mean, I know some of you guys don't like when I talk about gaining time, but it's really all I can talk about is he cut the deficit in half, pretty much. Just doesn't have the greatest turn 1. But Holden's lucky to not hit the wall snag there. But top 5 here, Brandon, Nick, and Cole just hoping to have a day that is something. Also, basically a 1-car wreck could bring out a yellow reasonably. I mean, a pretty bad one. It would have to be really bad, but if there's 5 cars on the track, there is there's more of a chance of a caution. But I should encourage you guys to try to bring one out. But Shugs actually very close to Tristan now, which will bring Brandon a little bit closer, as long as Brandon doesn't mess up. As I say that, I don't know if that was the greatest corner for him right there. Shugs definitely from the drafting distance though, and with these long straights, he'll definitely gain time within the next few laps. He's definitely there now. It only took 5 laps for him to cut the big gap. Stage 1 will end on 10, stage 2 will end on 20. The brand's just been struggling here, but a 3rd place isn't something to frown upon if you could just hold that all race long. And if Wyatt simply joins, is a lap down, but gets 6th place points, he's not going to lose a whole bunch on Nick. I mean, if Nick gets 3rd or 4th in all these stages, gets a 3rd or 4th place run, then the gap is still going to be a little bit better for Wyatt. He'll probably only be like plus 70 instead of 99, but it's better than being only plus 50 if he just doesn't show at all. But Holden's definitely there. It took now 6 laps to get right onto his bumper. Wondering if we're going to see some pit stops here. I imagine pretty soon, though. Looks like it could be another classic road course battle between the 2 leaders. We'll see. Holden goes a little wide. He's there. He's about 2 car lengths. He's going to gain a lot on this corner here. Now it's about not even a car length of distance. He's going to be right on that back bumper entering this corner, which I think is one of those corners you could gain a ton of time on. And Holden's there. Tristan defends pretty well though. Holden had to brake a little bit more for it. Tristan's just really good at defense there. He's probably the best in the business when it comes to defense, so he has to use that to his advantage here if he wants to try to defend Holden, but we'll see. This corner, this last corner, I feel like is one we could see an all-time finish in, like the real F Canadian tire races we would see. We'll see if it plays out like that. I don't know if it will. I mean, we've seen some chaotic finishes in that final corner in real life truck series racing here. I don't know. Just it's a wall. Then we go to the ground. And he's there again though. Here comes the 18 of Holden on the inside. Really good corner for him, but the 48 got a very good exit as it goes a little bit wider in that corner to get the exit. I mean, some of those guys in the back, they might want to try to do a weird strategy to do a Hail Mary that can somehow work out for them, but I'm not too sure. Plus a Hail Mary pit strategy or a caution, those guys are pretty much out of contention. Tristan continue to lead every single lap here. The Holden's giving him a run for his money right now. Holden just cannot get around him now. He might have to use a little of aggression. Tristan's a little bit better in that corner there. Holden, not the greatest. Holden's gonna dive it in again. Gets on his quarter panel, but once again the 40 just does a really good exit right there. The 18 just needs to do something. I think something aggressive. He wants to get this lead and try to get more stage points here. Stage one. There we go. Out of the final corner, we're going to be coming to the white flag at stage one. Holden's challenging. Can he get around him? This corner has been the problem corner. As Tristan hits a wall, is going to ruin the 18's corner. Tristan actually had probably one of the worst corners of that, worst end of that, but Holden going to lose a little bit more time, but Holden's going to gain a little bit here. Side by side, this has been the corner Holden gains the most. He hits the little wall. He's going to lose a little bit of time. Let's see if he can gather it back up on the straightaway. Tristan pinned him down pretty hard there, and he ended up hitting the wall. Pit road speed, do not go 81. Nick Maggie looks like he's going to get a 4th place here. He's 16th. He's quite a little ways behind Brandon. So he cannot capitalize even more on a day where Wyatt's not getting stage points. Oh, Holden. A costly mistake right there. That is the worst mistake I've seen him make. That's going to cost him a lot of time unless Tristan's going to be nice. That's going to cost Holden a ton of time. Although Tristan doesn't have the greatest entry here to his pit box. But Tristan's going to win stage 1. Holden gets out pretty much at the same time. He could full speed after the yellow line. Holden's back with him. Oh, Tristan won stage 1, Shug 2nd. Brandon got 3rd. I don't believe Brandon pit yet, or anyone has, besides the leaders here. Oh, I guess some of them did. Eighteen's right on his back bumper here, though. Holden just needs to do something to get around him because the 48's not budging at all. Holden's arguably a little bit quicker in some of these corners, but he just cannot get around him. Wyatt's gonna get here in about 10 minutes, so he might miss stage 2. Wyatt has to at least get in the call by or before lap 20. And that'll technically count as him trying to make an effort to get in here. Oh, Tristan's hit the wall. Nolan's gonna spin out. Now Holden lost a bunch of time because of that. He's probably past halfway. That's something we're trying to talk about here. I feel like you're always trying to get something out of every call I make. Trying to manipulate so you can get points. Anyways, Holden might be a little upset at Tristan for that. Oh, Holden hits the wall, so unfortunately he's going to lose even more time. It's a fun battle while it lasted, but Holden has to try to gather it back up. Oh, and Tristan freezes and is going to give up the lead to Holden. Now Holden's going to lead his first lap of the race. Let's see if Holden can capitalize on this and try to defend for a while here. I'm not being biased at all. I've always had that be the rule. And if you got screwed out of it, it's because it was either before a new thing was made or you were too late. Oh man, Holden and Tristan battling for the lead. Not making it up on the spot. I've had this B-roll for a long time now. Quit crying, man. You're 19 years old, bro. I'm muting you. I don't want to deal with it right now. Just race, bro. I'm not trying to be a dick to you, but I'm not going to deal with your complaining for the whole race. Especially considering this has been a rule for a while. And I've let this slide multiple times. Yeah, at least in the call, then you're good, but if it's not in the call, then he's fucked, so. Tristan, a mistake that corner is gonna get around. Oh, and Tristan sends them both. I don't know if I should warn for that. It just seems like they're just aggressive driving in the moment. And Tristan hits a wall snag. It felt like a racing incident to me. Is that Brandon Hale? Not too far back. Brandon's 5 seconds back. He's actually gained a lot of time as they've been kind of wrecking a lot here for the lead. Tristan sends it. Brandon just got to focus on gaining time. I believe Brandon pit on the same lap as them. So he's on the same strategy. You just got to focus on gaining time. He's in with almost a drafting distance. I can sense it here. I mean, Brandon, did you pit on the same lap as him? I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure. think he did one lap before. Ooh, Tristan sends it hard. These guys are really battling so hard for Canadian Tire. Lap 16 now. Wyatt has at least to get in the call by 20. If he doesn't, then he does not get any points today. Despite the field being short. As fuck. I'm gonna mute Nick now since I don't think he's gonna be complaining, but if he said something then I shouldn't have to. But Holden has the lead. Tristan there sending it. Tristan's been really aggressive here. Holden's been a little bit aggressive, but not too much. But Brandon Hale, once again, is gonna be able to challenge if these two keep screwing around, I guess you could say. But stage will end at 20. Brandon could catch up. That would be good, but he is a lap behind on the strategy, so I don't know. Side by side, though, into the final corner. Tristan's gonna get the best of him right there. Tristan goes wide. Holden gets the undercut, but Tristan has a really good exit there. Brandon's there. He's in drafting distance. Oh, just hits a wall snag. Brandon right there. But I'd say he's have to pit with these guys. I mean, if Brandon wants a shot at the win, which he could have a shot at, in my opinion, if he doesn't dick himself out of it, he has to pit with Holden and Tristan, in my opinion, to have a real fair shot. Because to be on the same strategy with the 2 leaders, that would be good. But he was like 10 seconds back even after the pit stop. So the fact that he's gained this much time and learned the track enough is very impressive. I mean, yeah, they messed up quite a bit there, obviously, and gave up a ton of time. But the fact that he's even in contention after being about 10 seconds back, at most 21 before the pit stop, that is impressive for the 4 car there. They are working hard here to try to have a shot at this victory. If they could win, that would be very impressive. Well, those two are fuel saving down the back straight, I guess you could say. But I think Brandon's goal should be to pit with them and gain the most time and not mess up hard. Because these two, they're messing up quite a bit, but they aren't messing up hard enough to take themselves out of contention. That's been some of these guys' issues here. So to go in the stage, Wyatt has 2 laps to get in here. I mean, he could literally join the call on his phone and he'd be safe, but I don't think he wants to take that option. I mean, if it's too late, it's too late. I'm not rigging shit. Cole's up a little bit further ahead of these guys. He could be a lap car. Maybe. Holden trying to gain again, try to play some catch up here. Once again, they're fuel saving down this stretch. Side by side out of the corner. Alright, this is why it's final chance. I literally gave him multiple warnings, so I don't want him to think that I didn't give him a fair chance. I reminded him about 20 times here that it was his final chance or about to be his final chance. Holden, though, has an amazing corner. Brandon lost a little bit of time that lap, but he's still within the contention here, but he's got to hit with them, in my opinion, have a really good stop and not have a huge mess up here to contend. I'm not twisting any rule. Oh, Tristan has a good run there on the 18. That's the white flag of stage number 2. Now when Tristan's gonna pit, it looked like he was about to speed right there. Let's see what Brandon's gonna do. Is he gonna pit with them? And I think he is. I think that is a good call, but he's gotta not lose so much time. But Tristan's gonna win stage 2. Same results as last time. And it is officially, I think, too late. Maybe? I'm not too sure. For White to join. Holden gets out of pit road first. Let's see where Brandon gets out of pit road. He gets out pit road there. Cole having a mess up, he's going to let these guys pass him. Brandon's got to get around Cole. I think Cole's going to let him by, though. These drivers are side by side now for the victory. Here at Canadian Tire, it's the final stage. It's time to lock in. Top 3 are still within striking distance. A little Brandon, I think, lost a little bit of time off of pits. Still got at least one more pit stop to go, it seems. And it's too late for Watt to join. So Nick's pretty much safe from this whole ordeal. Tristan's led 18 laps today, a very dominant performance, but Holden's been up there, and they've had a battle pretty much all race long, just like Road America, for example. Well, it's been a pretty fun race to watch between them. Brandon, I think if he just locks in the rest of this race, he's going to be up there, but he cannot make a big mistake. He's just got to really lock in. He does pretty good, really good at these random road courses like Lime Rock last season. If he can not take himself out of contention and once again try to, I mean, he's got a shot. The pit stop wouldn't even matter if he was up there with them battling for the lead. He wouldn't have to worry about losing a ton of time, despite his pit stop being quite a little ways back. He just wouldn't have to worry about. He would just have to not speed on pit road. Someone sped on pit road, but I was not able to catch it. It doesn't. I don't know who did that. Someone went 100. Zero clue did that. It might have been Nick or Cole, but honestly, it really does not matter because they're a minute back pretty much. Brandon, though, he's 4.8 seconds back. I'm not too sure. It's going to take something to capitalize. Probably a mistake out of these two, and these two kind of locked in and stopped messing around once they realized he was up there, but he's just got to gain the time that he lost off of pit road. Holden's gonna send it, gain a little bit of time. See Brandon's gap here. Oh, he must have had a bad lap. Unfortunately, I don't think he's really in contention unless he just somehow works at it again. These two just have a battle, hard battle late. We'll see. Side by side, Tristan in the wall, Holden kind of puts him back into the wall. Fair racing between these two all race, so it's been fun to watch once again for the win. This has been Holden's best road course performance in my opinion ever. But he had a good entry, but unfortunately not the best exit. Holden Tristan's gonna get right back around him. Tristan get his 7th win of the season. It'll be his 25th all-time win. His team only needs about a few more races to get to win 50 there, but Holden once again around him, and he's gonna actually capitalize and put a little bit of a time gap on him of about 3 car lengths. I don't even know if we need to. I think we'll have 2 more. Maybe we'll have 1 more, but I don't know. Whoever that is, you're too late. I'm sorry, Wyatt. It's lap 23. I gave you about 10 more. I gave you a chance every single lap. I said, hey, it's this lap. Hey, it's this lap. I'm sorry. Oh, Tristan's the wall. I'm sorry, Wyatt, but it is too late. I don't want you to get mad at me. I mean, I even told you could join the call on your phone. He wanted to, like I tell everyone pretty much, so sorry, but unfortunately too late. Battle for the lead, though still between these two. I'm gonna delete the cars so Wyatt doesn't try to protest or something. It's too late. It's 40 laps, and lap 20 was the last lap you could have joined. It's lap 24 now. I told you could join call on your phone if you really wanted to, deafen or something, and I still would have let you join when you could, and I told you that, and I said every lap when it was time for you to try to get in. I'm sorry, Wyatt, but you just ended up being late, and I can't do anything about it. Just can't bend the rules for you. He was busy. I think he was helping his dad with something, but that's not his fault. But unfortunately, he just didn't get here in time. I mean, this race has been going quick. We haven't had a caution there at all, and it's like a 5-person race. Anyway, so there isn't going to be one. But Tristan and Holden still 1-2. Alright, why you want me to ban you, dude? Time you out for like 10 minutes, dude. Acting like I was the one, I'm the one at fault for him not being able to join, dude. I don't get his thought process on this. I literally was trying to be nice and telling him that, yeah, he can join the call like I tell everyone else, and well, he just didn't, and it's not my fault. But anyways, back to the lead. Holden's going to give Tristan a big shot here. Side by side. Holden's been up there, man. I mean, yeah, Tristan's led the most laps, but I'd say they're pretty equal here. I mean, Holden's just not been able to get around him most times. But when he's aggressive, he can get around him. Tristan's been aggressive too, so it's going to be interesting to see how this race plays out. Brandon's gaining again, but Brandon cannot... I mean, he cannot speed on pit road. He cannot wreck. He cannot hit a wall snag. He really can't lose any time. There's not much time left for him to try to do this. I'm not too sure if they could even make it. If they pit with 10 to go, I mean, they might have to stretch it a lap just so they can make it. But Brandon, I mean, he can have a fast pit stop. He can't speed though. But he's gotta capitalize the best he can on these guys having a hard battle for the win. He just cannot lose time here. He cannot afford it. But he cannot push it enough to wreck his car, obviously. Tristan back to the lead here. Shug with a perfect bump and run right there. Just side by side again. Holding on. Cole's gonna go down pit road. Oh, yeah, it's the pit wall. He's gonna go down pits here. Very good, fun battle between these leaders all day, but let's see if Brandon can capitalize. 4 seconds, though. I don't know. 11 to go. I imagine the pit stop's gonna come soon. They've been pitting pretty much every 10 laps. Been one of the more fun road course races as Tristan goes really wide. This is going to lose quite a bit of time, a little bit there, as he freezes. Man, if Brandon could get into this fight, that'll make it even more interesting than it already was, but we'll see. Let's see where they're going to make that pit stop, though. I don't think they can make it. They pit this time or 10 to go even. I think they got to try to pit with 9 to go even, but I don't know. We'll see. They're going to make the pit stop here. Let's see if they can make it. Let's see what Brandon's going to do. Brandon's going to stay out. He's going to opt to pit later, which might end up working for him if they cannot make 10 laps. We'll see. Brandon's got to try to have a perfect lap, and we'll see how many laps he can stay out. I'd say he should try to stay out a lap or two if he can push it that long without running out of gas. We'll see, though, just to be safe. I don't know. 10 laps, he might be able to make it. I don't know. He might just barely make it. Oh, and Shug and Tristan are stuck on pit road, and they get unstuck. Oh, and Tristan's stuck on the wall. That's a caution. That's going to change everything. That caution couldn't have came at a worse time for some guys. Like these guys who just pitted. Shug and Tristan, you still have to do a lap. I'm gonna, yeah, you guys have to. Since it's a race back, technically. When Brandon crosses the line here, he's gonna get 2 laps led. Pit road's gonna be open, obviously. The first yellow of the race, and it comes because the leaders made a very crucial mistake. That's gonna change everything. I mean, Cole is 2 down. He's only going to get 1 lap back. But Nick Maggie's in this fight now. Brandon's in this fight now, so they gotta have a good restart. You cannot sell turn one like they did pretty much every the only start, or at the start of the race is what I'm trying to say here. Brandon's gonna pit, I assume. He could pretty much make it now. Brandon's gonna get 2 laps led here. Let's see. Holden and Tristan, I'm assuming they're not gonna pit, but just line up for it. Anyways, the people who are gonna pit, just make sure you cross the line, then line up. Go take a piss real quick. Welcome back to the coverage here. Are we ready? It's going to be 8 to go, I believe. So here we go. Pit road, there's a CD. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there you go. Pit road here for the guys who are going to try to be hopefuls, although Cole would be a lap down. Will be 8 to go. Cole's Wi-Fi here, I think something happened. Cole lags are really bad. Cole, just don't affect these guys' races. I mean, you're lap down, but I'm assuming you're not going to, because I would think you know better. Cole and Nick, please line up. I'm saying, though, Nick and Brandon, they got a chance to hang with these two all for the rest of this race. If turn one, if they just chill out for the first 2 corners, because those wall snags are very apparent. If they could just chill and not send it and not ruin their shots at a very important win for both those drivers, they can have a clear shot at victory here, but it's going to depend on this first corner. Are we ready here for the final 8 laps of the Canadian Tire 250? Nick, if you send it, I'm penalizing you, like, automatically, dude. I swear, dude. 4-person race for the win. Tristan's NR, but when he says R, we'll be going green here. Alright, here we go. Remember the thing at the top. Green flag's back out. This restart's gonna be important. Brandon and Nick can't screw the pooch. They gotta try to lock in here. And it looks like so far they're gonna make the corner just fine. They could just hang with them is the question. Turn 2 is also a very risky corner for some of these guys, as the snags are definitely a thing. But I think they want to maybe try to just do something to get up there. I mean, if they end up losing time, they're going to have to try to push, but we'll see. Tristan here has the lead for now, but anything could go with the two guys in desperation who want a win and a points. Oh, Nick! That was not really on Brandon. Nick did kind of force the issue. I'm not going to warn anyone over that. Brandon had given Nick a little bit of room, but Nick also just got into there. If he really wanted to make the corner, he could have shut the floor a little bit wide, but he's not totally out of it. Shugs, or Tristan's gonna do a bicycle now. Shugs side by side. Oh man, they're so close in that wall. Brandon's there though. Let's see if Brandon can walk in. They both go wide, and they're gonna sell the lead to Brandon Hale. Holy shit! But Holden has the lead. Side by side here. You know, Brandon's gonna try to be aggressive, although Tristan's probably been the most aggressive. Holden and him have been really aggressive, so Brandon's got to be a little bit of aware of that. Brandon goes wide and doesn't have the greatest corner. Tristan also went a little bit wide there, but he kind of used it to his advantage on the exit. Now that Brandon and Shug kind of lost a little bit of time, maybe they might want to try to push. I mean, there's 7 laps, but we'll see here. Holden's going to send it almost, but he hits the wall. Kind of snagged, and Brandon's get the wall too. Those two, oh, Brandon got hit by Holden, and now Brandon's pretty much out of it. Holden's got to try to gain now. And unfortunately, Brandon's been having a really bad luck season, in my opinion. He's been in contention late, but sadly, I wouldn't say that was really too much of a fault of his own. I mean, he was in the wall, obviously. That was a mistake in the Holden. Just insult to the injury, wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately. But Nick's going to try to fight hard for 3rd place, although they're still not totally out of it. If they want to try to win this, they might want to try to push, although Nick hit the wall. But Shug's 1.3 seconds back with 6 laps to go. If these guys get into it and Brandon can just try to close that gap, Brandon's there to capitalize. But he's got to be like a second back to capitalize, in my opinion. He can't be 3 seconds back and try to capitalize on it here. But can Shug gain on Tristan? He's been able to gain on him most of the time. Oh, Tristan, a little struggle there. .25 laps led for the 48, 7 for the 18. These two have dominated the race. Tristan's been just a little bit better at defense than Holden has. Holden's been able to do crazy undercuts, crazy passes all day, but it's going to be dependent on the defense of the 48 if he can get around him. But 5 laps to go. I imagine there's going to be some contact used for this victory here. Brandon closing in a little bit. If he could just close in a good amount of time every lap, you can have a chance. Especially these two are going to battle hard for it, which you know they will. But Brandon just, once again, just cannot make a mistake. I've been saying this all race long. But now with there's 5 laps to go, it's crunch time for Brandon. Tristan here, solid set of corners. Holden, not too bad either. Very solid. Just a little bit better than 18 in that few corners. Brandon still keeping them honest a little bit, although Brandon's got to try to lock in as quick as he can. He doesn't have that much time left. He's definitely within drafting distance. there. Just gonna have to do something very aggressive. I feel like he is this close to just getting to that back bumper. He just can't quite do it yet. Brandon, not too far off Holden. I think Brandon might want to try to push him to help, but we'll see. Nick, don't try to do anything stupid to cause a yell, please, man. Please, Nick. Nick, I'm gonna jump you out your car real quick, okay? I don't want you to do anything dumb to cost these guys the race, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna call a yellow, but if he's gonna be driving around saying, "Oh, I can't see," then I don't believe it for 1 second here. Okay, just sit right there. You're fine right now to try to keep driving if you want. Just try not. If you're freezing, I'd pull off if I were you. He can't really leave and rejoin. He doesn't want to lose a spot to Cole. Just, if you're freezing, just try not to get in these guys' way. I'll warn you if you do. I'll let you know if they're right there. But 4 to go. Coming to 3 to go, side by side. Brandon's closing in. Let's see what the gap is. 3 to go here. Can Holden get his first road course victory at Canadian Tire? Or can Brandon maybe even have it? If he could just walk the fuck in. Let's see here, though. These two have been the class of the field since the drop of the green flag. Nick, Maggie, they are kind of getting a little close. I'll let you know when to just pull off and let them by. Cole's a lap down, and I don't think you're far from him at all. I mean, you're quite a little ways ahead of him. Don't even know where he is. Coming close to the 2 to go point here. No, Nick, I don't want you to have freezing issues in front of these guys or cost them the race. So just. Nick, just let it go, dude. You're 19 years old. Just run your own race and don't affect these guys' race. Please. They did nothing to you last race. Okay, then I'll just park you right now so you don't have to do anything. 2 to go. Nick, don't make me park you when you haven't done shit for me to... Well, I mean, I have probable cause as of right now. You're threatening, and you're right ahead of these guys. So if you do... Don't make me, dude. Please. Don't make me cost you a point over nothing, dude. Brandon, 1.7 seconds back. I think you just got to try to gain, but Holden has to lock the fuck in if he wants a shot at the win. Kind of lost a little bit of time. Let's see if Shug can get to him. It was an intermediate, and it was hard for me to park a guy in the middle of the track. Right now, I could easily park you, and it wouldn't affect anything. It's a road course, and if don't do it, Nick. I'm about to just freeze you. I'm gonna freeze you, Nick. Everyone avoid Nick. I'm freezing him. I don't want to deal with his bullshit. I'm not gonna let him try to ruin this race on purpose here. Now you are. I don't trust you, dude. I don't trust you, but it's the white flag. Let's see what Holden can do. Can Holden do anything here? He's the same amount of time he lost. Let's see. Gained a little bit there. He's close. Oh, but he hits the wall, and that's it. Unfortunately, we can't have a fun finish for once. Damn. Damn, man. Holden sells a fun finish, but oh well. It was okay. It was a solid race. Let's see if Brandon could try to get second place here. He might have a chance, actually. Side by side for second. Holden tried to bump him. Unfortunately, he's going to get the best side of it. Holden plays a little dirty and is going to get second. I might just give Brandon second. That was a little dirty. Oh well. Tristan though gets the win done. But Nick acting like I'm being biased when I literally, like, I don't know what you want on me. All you do is bitch and complain, Nick, literally. Like, you're just like Wyatt. Like... Tristan's 7th win of the season. But not much to say. Solid race. I'll give it a, I think it was a little bit better than Portland, honestly. I'm gonna give it a, 9.1 ties with Hickory, but it was quite a bit better than Hickory. But, solid. Solid finish for Brandon. He desperately needed that. I don't think Tristan wants to interview. I'm gonna leave Nick's league that won't ever start because he wants to be biased when I'm not being biased, by the way. I literally just don't want you ruining the race. You quite literally threatened multiple times, and you're right in front of the leaders, and you had the opportunity, so I'm not just gonna risk that. I don't even want to be in your bum-ass league. You're just trying to copy my league, pretty much, and say, oh, it's replica, because I'm not doing a weird schedule. But, anyways, that's that race. Holden got 2nd place. Holden, what more did you need? I mean, you're literally using the same car, same chassis. Holden, how do you feel about 2nd place here? You had a really good race, but unfortunately, you didn't have a shot. What do you feel about it? I do not think he wants to have an interview. But I guess no interviews. I'll get Cole an interview. Why not? 5th place, how do you feel?
No comment at all.
Alright, that's cool. I don't really want to give Nick an interview because he's going to flame me when I had probable cause to be a little bit worried here. But that was one of the better road course races we've had. We'll see. Solid race overall, and that's it. So see y'all in the next one at Darlington. Hopefully not a shit race.